My name is Alan Hokinson. I work with the Blue Butterfly Originals, and these are the triangle skipper looms. These are all set up for the 4, 6, and 8 looms, and each one of those pens are the same number for the 4, 6, and 8 looms. For demonstration, I'm going to use the 4 size one, but all the systems are the same. So I'm going to put these away for a moment. And these looms are very nice to work with. They're small in your hands, very comfortable positioning them. It uses a continuous weave, and I'll demonstrate it. You can handle these in different positions. You can be worked on in this position. You can put in any position while you're working on. I happen to be a left-handed person, and I'll try and do 1 or 2 sections with the right hand, but it doesn't really matter. The tools that you'll need are very simple and not very expensive. I usually get a pick for the larger ones to comb the sections of the warps as I'm working during the weaving part. Most of my tools I keep in my toothbrush. All the tools that you'll need are a scissor, a crochet hook, and I use the 5-inch weaving needle. When you're using your crochet, people think that it's hard to work your needle between the pins, and the truth is you don't. You work it on the top of it. So I'll demonstrate that in a moment. You actually will be working more area in the middle and pull things through, and you'll see that in a moment. The pins have a head on them to keep things flopping off of this, and you'll find it more comfortable while you're working on it. So I'm going to demonstrate the first one at this point. I usually take enough string to weave another square to another. So that's where I start. Just like you're going to do your shoes, the first slip, and I'll just go straight, around, go around, over, to the second pin, and go over. At that point I'll need my crochet hook. Being lefty, I'm going to do it this way. You go over, under, you catch the hook, put it over that pin, and you just work over to the next size on this side, and go over that, make a little loop there, go over and under until you get the next one, work it through. That's why they call it the continuous weave, because they're not really being weaving at that point. And again, you go over and under. And what this does is basically does 2 weaving at the same time, because I only have to work through the weaving part, because there's a left and a right one that gets done at the same time. Again, I make a half a turn and pull it through, over and over. And you can see where it's actually starting to weave at that point. And again, I don't have to worry about the pins because I'm working over top of it. You notice it might be pulling up a little bit because the yarn is catching onto the other yarn. But you just work your hook right through it and just pull it right through. And this can be done on the bigger ones. This is basically the same positions that I'm using. These continuous triangles have been used on things that are like 6 feet long, doing the same basic thing. You're going over and under, catching it and bringing it through. The one thing I show people is I'm trying to keep it close to the top of the pins so I don't have to worry in between. But if the larger looms are much larger, the hook may not catch all the way through. So again, you might start at some point I'm only doing part way. I leave a little loop there. And I go back at the bottom here. Tighten it down a little bit and finish it through there. Now at this point, I'm down to this point, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing, just starting in the middle here. Catching the yarn, pulling it through, and sometimes you have to work the hook around because every once in a while, if you're carrying it too low, it might catch on the other yarn. So you can see where I make a little loop there, and I'll start all the way through. Now at this point we're just about finished, but you make a little bit more long loop here. And then I'll use one of my other tool, a simple scissor. And you want to look at this very carefully because this is the part that you're working on. So this is the one you want to cut. And I'll pull that out. And I'll take my weaving needle And now, where you can see it's coming over on the top, I'll go around this last pin, and now I go under, over and under. And if it's too large loom, you can do it in parts. And I'll just pull it right through. And that's complete. I might pull it back just a little bit for make a bigger loop in there. And now it's complete. To take it off, the simplest way, I take the hook, go between here, and pull it right out. And it's complete. What I would do at some point here is cut off that part, and that was for material there to sew them together. And that part is complete. Another section I'm going to show you is the mistakes, because a lot of people make a lot of mistakes. So I'll show you two of them. They're very much like it. At some point, I had not gone completely over and under at that point. Let's see it right about there. It's on both sides. So what am I going to do? If it's still in the loom, it's very easy to do it. I'll just pull out the yarn at that point. It means that I don't actually have to cut anything. I don't have to reattach anything. At that point, I can use my now I've reattached it. And just doing it like I did before. I'm just going to go over and under. So you can see that the mistake was made. We've undone it. And now we're just continuously doing what we started. And it's complete. And now it can come off the loom again. If you want to make the mistake early afterwards, after you've taken it off the loom, you can do exactly what I did and just undo taking out the simple center loop, and you can undo the whole thing and start all over from the first. Another mistake that often happens, you can see where, I'll set this up. This is one where we often make a mistake, and you notice right away that there's a mistake, because on this one, this pin is looped around there, but it really should have been over here. So all you have to do is take your hook, just move it over, one at a time. And now it's quite happy. I can finish this section. It really took care of all the mistake right there. And again, to finish it off, I'll just go under and then over. There it goes. Now it's ready to come off again. As you can see, they're now completed. These are nice, easy looms to work with. I can sit at a table and work very easily. I enjoy them. These are Blue Butterflies Skipper looms. And thank you for coming.
Thanks for joining us today. We've had a lot of fun showing new Skipper pin loom ideas. Remember to check out our website, www.bluebutterflyoriginals.com, for availability and pricing and tutorial ideas about the Skipper pin looms. We've just had a lot of fun. With one little pin loom, you get 5 craft options with weaving, felting, needle felting, kind of cross-stitch embroidery, and rug hooking. So remember, with Skipper pin looms, the sky's the limit.